Welcome back to my channel. I apologize for the bad lighting. My window is right next to it. Things are changing, so for now I'm gonna do the video like this. I really wanted to make a video about Lent. I absolutely love the time of Lent, and I just wanted to really focus on the 3 pillars of Lent. But first I want to give a little feedback. Lent is 40 days, 46 if we count the Sundays, and it starts on Ash Wednesday, which this year is on the 14th of February, and it ends on Easter, which is April 1st. Lent revolves around 3 things, or these 3 things revolve around Lent, which is fasting, praying, and almsgiving. These are the 3 things that we focus on, and there's a lot of things that we can do. We can either do it by yourselves, look up these things, and that's what I want to do on this video. Show you the ideas. Look, there's a bunch of information that you can look at. So this year's Lent can be different, and you can really get closer to God, because that is the main thing. It's not, oh, I'm gonna, like last year, an example that I did was I was gonna leave social media for these 40 days, and I wasn't really focusing on how is this gonna get me closer to God. To me, it was more of a, I have this bad habit, how am I gonna leave this bad habit? And maybe offering it to God, I will get rid of this habit. That was my idea. And I feel like that's the idea that many of us have, and it shouldn't be. What am I going to leave? What can help me to get rid of this? It's not that. The main point of Lent is, how can I get closer to God? What can I do to get closer to God? All these 3 things, prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, what am I going to choose that is going to get me closer to God, that is going to allow me to grow spiritually? Because yes, we have bad habits, we have things, but ultimately, the end goal of Lent is to really meditate all the suffering that Jesus went through. And also we meditate the stations of the cross, which is something that I feel like is very important that we meditate on through these 40 days. So that's what I'm going to do on this video. I'm going to show you all these wonderful websites that can help you to choose. Maybe you haven't really prayed enough and you don't have the answers. Sometimes these websites can be a guide for you. But number one thing, pray about it. Ask God, what is it that if I don't know, please tell me, what is it that you want me to leave? What is it, something that is keeping me away from you and this Lent that I want to offer to you? And this year, I'm so excited. I'm gonna do Blesses She. I'm also gonna do a voiceover over the website and how you can look it up. You can also get the digital download, and I am super excited, and I also want to share that with you guys. But one of the things that you can do is make a list. Okay, what am I gonna do? Maybe you don't spend as much time in prayer. And remember, one of the pillars is praying. How can I pray a little bit more? Maybe it's 10-15 minutes. You want to set realistic goals. You don't want to make goals that you know you're not going to accomplish. Let's be realistic. Let's do things that are going to help us. So number 1, do goals that are realistic. Do things that you know, okay, 5 minutes. I can offer 5 minutes of my day. Let's say your day's almost over and you haven't prayed. There you go. 5 minutes. I'm going to kneel and I'm going to dedicate this time to God. Fasting. Fasting doesn't mean that. It can also be where you don't eat or when it's just bread. There's a lot of ways that you can fast. But one of the really, 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 really good things, one of the not really good things, one of the things that you can fast about is maybe you say bad words, maybe they slip. Maybe you judge people, or you're very judgy and it just comes out, or you know you're judging but you still do it. These things, the main focus is things that get us closer to God, things that really make us sacrifice something of our lives to offer to God. And almsgiving. Almsgiving doesn't have to be all about money. It can be your time. You know what? I'm going to spend more time with this cousin that I know needs to know about God. Maybe I'm going to dedicate my time, my free time on Sundays or on Saturdays, feeding the homeless with another group at my parish, visiting the people that need it the most. You don't have to go to extremes or do big things. It can be in your family, which is where we usually start. It can be in your family. It can be at your parish, at your community. It doesn't have to be extravagant things. But the number one thing, pray about it. Really sit down and pray and ask God, what are the things that you want me to do this Lent? What are the things that I should be giving? What are the things that you want me to separate from that are going to help me get closer to you? Because in the end, it's not about us. It's not about how sometimes, we need to lose a little bit of pounds and we fast on food, or we make this fitness goal that we're going to lose weight on these 40 days, or that I'm going to eat healthy. If these things help you spiritually, go ahead and do them. Go ahead and do them. I'm not saying that those are bad things, because you and I know what we need, the things that we need to grow on. And this is not about us, focusing on us. Like I said, it's about God. How are we going to get closer to God on these 40 days? How am I going to meditate the Stations of a Cross? What are the things that I am going to give up to get closer to Him? And remember that our sacrifices, those are the times when we get so much closer to God, when we really, really, really get stronger in our spiritual lives. And we know in those tough times, in those times of sacrifice, that God is always with us. And no matter what happens, He's always there. That He is going to be our strength. He is going to be there to pick us up. So I really hope this video helps you. I know it wasn't really much of an explanation of Lent, but more of the pillars, the 3 pillars that surround Lent. And I really hope it helps you. And please let me know how your Lent was at the end of our 46 days. I want to know, even if it's during, if you're struggling, if there's something you need help with, please let me know. I am here. I will put down all my information down below. And I hope you have a beautiful Lent, that God blesses you. I hope you have a wonderful week, and that you see God's love and mercy in everything that you do. Till next time. So I will be starting in the Blessed Is She Instagram page. Under their bio, you will see the blessedisshe.net devotions, and that will take you straight to their webpage. You will be going under the Lent to Lent 2018, and then you will find their digital download. I know their actual journal, they are out of stock, but that is one of the books that I was talking about in my video that you can follow with so many women around the world, and just really take the time to do this devotional, which is such a beautiful thing. If you have the money, if you have the time, why not invest? Because remember, the goal is to just really strip yourself from the things that are keeping you away from God. In this devotional, we will be following the woman in Scripture. So I think it's a really beautiful thing. If you are following the Blessed She and doing this journal, please let me know. Even if you're not doing it, I want to know. And this is just one idea to make it fun, to just really enjoy these beautiful things, the gifts that God has given to other women, and just support, but also really do the things that we're supposed to do in Lent. Okay, so the next one is going to be on a Tumblr page. If you do have Tumblr, I invite you to follow Little Catholic Lady 91, which is my account, and this is where you can find this it's a Catholic blog. But if you don't, I will click on one of them, and it will show you the the website where you can look these ideas. And it's 100 things for Lent, my favorite to do for Lent, daily intercession for others, 66 things to give up or take up for Lent, beginning, intermediate, and advanced, 8 reasons to turn out the lights during Lent, the 5-minute sacrifice for Lent, the 7 penitential psalms to be prayed during Lent, pray the litany of humility, pray universal prayer in slow motion. And then I really loved this little section that it gave you common reasons for failure in Lent, expectations and reality, which is one of the things that I was saying. You want to set goals that are realistic, and then lack of firm commitments. If you struggle, like I said, do not give up. Continue. Don't let one day discourage you and then you'll completely want to stop. No, continue. And then lack of clear commitments. Know what your goal is. That's what you have to pray about it. You really, really have to pray and just sit down and ask God, what is it that you want me to do this Lent? Is this something that I am not seeing that is not that is keeping me away from you? Please allow me to see the things that are not getting me closer to you, because the whole point of Lent is you want to strip yourself. You want to strip yourself from the things that are not allowing you to get closer to Him. This Lent we are going to meditate the stations of the cross. We're going to meditate everything, the pain and all the things that He went through for us. And like I said, this is not something that is for us, but it's for Him. What are we going to do this year, this Lent, to get closer to God? In the website, it starts with the first one that says fasting. So the website's called piercedhands.com. So fasting, drunkenness, pornography, masturbation, laziness, arguing, being picky, modest clothing, cursing, meat, junk food, and then it goes to prayer. And then it says daily mass, maybe even daily, a chapter of the Bible a day, 10 minutes of meditation. Remember, things that are realistic to you. And then almsgiving. Donate the money you would have spent on whatever you're fasting from. Spend the time you would have spent watching TV with your family. Visiting a nursing home, that is something that would really help tremendously to all the people that live in nursing homes, because sometimes some of their family members don't come and visit them. Call your mother if you live far away from your mom. Give someone a compliment every day. Tell someone about Jesus. You want to do things that are realistic. Again, that is like really the main key to be successful this Lent and not giving up. Another thing is, if you find someone to do this Lent with, so you guys can be accountable for the things that you do. Oh, how's Lent going? How is this going? So I really hope this Lent is different. Please let me know how your Lent is going. I will be doing more videos about Lent, and God bless you guys.